everyone, it's Dr. Alfiee. I wanted to come and quickly share something with you that I honestly had a hard time finding a person of color talking about on the internet. So I said, well, I guess that means I need to do it. And that is something that I talk about frequently, which is active listening. I'm often writing about this in my blog, when I'm quoted in interviews, when I get on television and give advice and support. And so I wanted to share with you what active listening looks like in 3 to 4 quick steps. So step one is to set the stage. Whomever you're talking to, if it's someone you love and care about, or even if it's someone you just want to communicate that you're attentive and ready to engage them, the first thing you want to do is really set the stage by saying, I'm here, I'm ready to listen. It can be that simple. Just to let the other person know I'm ready to pay attention. The second thing you can do is to look at the person you're speaking with. You don't have to stare at them, but you do want to make regular eye contact, and you always want to be looking in their direction. So one of the worst things I think we can do is have our heads focused on some other thing, right, while somebody's trying to talk to us, because that makes the person feel like they're not being heard. So focusing on the person you're speaking with is another part of active listening. Another part of active listening that I used to teach when I was a professor a million years ago, and that I learned when I was in training, is summarizing. So before you speak, before you answer a question, before you respond to someone who's asking you something or sharing something with you, you take a moment, to briefly summarize what you've heard that other person say. This works really well for kids because we want our young people to always know that we are paying attention to them and that we're listening to them. Because sometimes we may be the only person in the day who's making them feel like they're being seen and heard, especially for our marginalized young people, our young people of color. So making sure that you're summarizing briefly in your own words. Don't be a parrot, but summarize using your own words to let that person know that you've heard what they've said. And then the final thing in terms of active listening, after you set the stage, after you've paid attention and looked at them and focused, after you have summarized and repeated back, I think the final thing is to make sure that you're using body language and little interjections, not to stop the flow of the conversation, but to let the person know again that you're being attentive. So that's things like, obviously, I hear you, I'm listening. Or if you have a comment, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Oh my God, that's fantastic. Something like that. And at the same time that you're making these interjections, your body language is toward the person, right? Your body language is positive and it's letting them know that you are focused on what they're saying. So those are some tips on active listening. I know I say it all the time. You'll probably hear me say it again. And so the next time you hear me say it, you will have some ideas about what it looks like. Thanks for watching. Take care.